What's up, Bon Voyagers? It is another episode of Bon Voyage, the podcast with your girl, Alicia. I told y'all I was coming back, and this week I am telling y'all my 2025 travel goals and some places that I need to visit, all good things like that. I hope you enjoyed the last episode of my 2024 travel wrap. If you did not watch that, go and watch that or listen to it. It is on my YouTube channel, Life with Alicia. So, yes, that's so exciting. And I did my final edits for my travel guide. So, that will be coming out soon, 12 trips in 12 months. So, just make sure you stay tuned for that. I have been working on it. I'm so excited to share with y'all. It's 27 pages. It has budget travel tips on every page. It shares with you where you should go during what month, what season, and everything like that. And I tell you where I went in my 12 trips in 12 months. So, if you want to go to those places, you can. But it's just a jam packed travel guide for you to be able to plan your trip. So, definitely excited for that to come out. If y'all are interested, you can click the link in the podcast description and sign up to join the email list. And, follow me on Instagram at Alicia's Adventures and TikTok at Alicia's Adventures. And I'll be sharing more there when it is ready to come out, baby. But Happy New Year. It's January. I have to get those little announcements out first, okay? And we're going to talk about where I want to go in 2025. So, if you didn't listen to the episode last time, my last episode, I did say how I want to go to 3 more states because I'm trying to do 30 before 30. So, this is going to be my little travel diary. So, the places that I really want to go are Minneapolis, Minnesota, Portland, or Tulsa, and then Hawaii. So I really want to end my birthday in Hawaii, and I need to start planning that like ASAP. I have where I want to go, but I need to put that on the books. Okay, period. I think I'm going to use my like travel credit card that I bought for Ghana because if you know, Ghana was expensive, and I'm just now finishing paying it off, but it was well worth it, so I can't even worry about it. But Delta has like Delta Travel or something like that, Delta Vacations, and my friend went to Hawaii on that before, and another friend actually went there too. So I'm gonna be reaching out to them, child. That's what you gotta do. You reach out to people, you talk to people, you just see like what are the best places, what are the best times, and then I'm gonna come back and tell y'all. So Hawaii is for my birthday. I'm gonna try to go to 2 more states before my birthday, so that would probably be the Minnesota and Oregon, or like I said, it might be Oklahoma, so I can get my 30 states. September, I may go to Chicago. Um, you know, that fall time, I really want to go and visit since I'm like 4 hours away. And then in October, I think I'm going to go to Phoenix with my friends. November, I want to go to the Macy Day Parade. December, I want to be out the country, y'all. I want to be in the Caribbean or in South Africa. So let me know, what are y'all doing for New Year's? Because I'm already thinking about the New Year. That's how I plan my days. Like, I'm already thinking each month, where am I going? Where am I going to spend New Year's this year? Where am I going to spend New Year's that year? This year, I spent it in the church. Amen. Hallelujah. And I did a vision board. And I had a vision board party on my other podcast called Black Girls Den, where we talked about like what we had what goals we have for the year and what we want to do. You can check that out on YouTube too. It's called Black Girls Den Podcast. And we talked about our goals for the year. But I also did a mood board for like my life, and I'm going to post that video on Life with Leisha. So that's just like a mood board life, and I'm just expecting great things, expecting great travel, maybe, and expecting new income, okay? Better income, more income, whatever. The income needs to increase, okay? So we can go on these trips, you know what I'm saying? Because I still got a whole list of places that I want to visit. Because if you didn't know, I used to live in Atlanta, then I relocated to Louisville, and now I'm still trying to find a place where I want to move because I don't want to stay in Louisville, but I'm doing a lot in Louisville. Um, and by the way, if you're listening to this and you want to come to Louisville, the Derby will be coming up in April. So I'm in May. The Derby is in the first weekend in May. Um, or is it the second weekend? Child, don't get me lying. Let me see. The Derby, I'm going to give y'all the dates because clearly I'm just talking, and that's not how I want this podcast to go. But it's a new year. So let's see when the Kentucky Derby is. That is one of the biggest things that happens. So it's May 3rd. I was right. It's the first weekend in May. May 3rd. If you do want to come out to Kentucky, you go to Kentucky Derby. You could do horse racing, derby, and all that good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. So yeah, check that out if you want to come in May to Kentucky. Yeah, so places that I want to visit, we're gonna see if it's this year or 2026, but these are kind of the same area. So DC and Arlington, Virginia, I keep hearing about those places. So I'm like, okay, do I want to move there? Like, I'm really trying to be intentional on where I visit, because it's like I'm looking to move, so I got to figure out where I want to move. I also want to visit Austin, Texas. I also want to visit Vegas. I've been to Vegas before, but I haven't really been like visiting. My parents been for New Year's these last couple of years. They're like, you should go, So I'm definitely going to go visit that city. And then of course, oh, I don't know if y'all know, of course, but I've been to Miami like 3 times, I believe. Um, yeah, I think 2 or 3. But I really actually like Miami. I like the water. I like the beach and stuff like that. So I would love to go back to Miami. I feel like that could be like an annual trip. So they could say whatever on the internet talking about, though, Miami to death. Baby, send me to Miami. Because you can do bougie. You could do affordable. It just depends. Like last time I went, it was like bougie affordable. Like we went to the shopping district, but then we went out and it was bar hopping for free. You go to the South Beach, or you could do a real cheap where one time I went for spring break, it was expensive, but I seen Tank for $10. So it just depends on like what you want to do. And we went to the Wynwood area. It was free. Now they charging. Well, baby, I won't be going back. Okay, to the Wynwood area. I already seen it. So it's just like you gotta think of like where you want to stay at, where you want to do. Like when we was in Denver, I was like, do I want to stay by the art district? No, it's gonna be closer to things, but then you might have to pay to go to. You have to pay more. So do you want this to be an expensive trip, or a budget trip? So you like, do you want to pay more for your housing, where it's like Airbnb or hotel, or do you want to pay more for your activities? I knew that we were doing a lot of activities in Denver, so I was like, okay, well, let's kind of just get an Airbnb. Since we're getting a car, let's get an Airbnb. Like, baby, no, you got to pick one, okay, one or the other. Sometimes, like, but if you want to travel more, you got to be strategic, and you also have to prioritize, and sometimes sacrifice, not too much sacrifice, but you got to kind of know what you're getting at and what you're doing. So that's just a little tidbit. I also want to go to LA again. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to LA this year, but I do want to go visit LA. And then I want to visit Raleigh, North Carolina, and then Greenville, South Carolina. That's just a little razzle dazzle because I knew about Greenville when I lived in Atlanta. So yeah, my plan this year is to definitely get a remote job so that I can, travel the world a little bit more, like fully remote. That would be really, really great to do that, so I can have more opportunities and expand my business and my brand and stuff. So that's what I really want to do. But I also have a plan B if the plan A don't work. But we're just going to focus on the plan A right now, okay? So, yeah, I definitely want to move out of Kentucky. So I want to be able to travel to these places to see where I want to move at. But I also have, some other goals too. So let me know in the comments on Instagram or TikTok where you're planning to travel in 2025. Let me know if you've already taken a trip, okay, for 2025, because we're a couple days in, but people be having New Year's trips and stuff like that. And just go check out the content, the Ghana trip, go watch that vlog, listen to that podcast. And if you have not listened to the other episodes, go check those out. But definitely stay tuned. Like I said, every other Wednesday, I will be in your ear. Okay, Bon Voyage the Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, Bon Voyage the Podcast. And you can follow us on TikTok, Alicia's Adventures, and Instagram. And I'm even on Facebook at Alicia's Adventures as well, too. So I hope this, inspired you a little bit. I hope this helped you out a little bit with maybe where you want to go, or, maybe places that you haven't heard of before. So this is all, to help inspire and encourage you to travel more and travel better. Okay. So thank you so much for listening. See you on the next episode. Bye.